This is a really hardcore tight edit, as it should be. I want to feel a photograph. I want it to touch me emotionally.
Of course, there's sort of visual beauty, but I want to go one more layer. I want to be able to live inside of it.
A lot of what we talk about when we try to explain why I like it gets very intellectual, but often it's that first gut reaction of, wow, that's cool, or wow, that's interesting.
I think today's edit was really more of looking at the cream that sort of had already risen and why they fall to the editing floor. It maybe just didn't work well. It didn't. There was something a little better.
I think what makes an image go from beautiful and good to great, I think just first and foremost, it's technical. I mean, that's the base level. It just has to technically be executed well.
I like it, but when I see it here, I think the quality's, even if whatever they were focusing on, I think the quality looks really awful. I don't think it would hold up at all. So I'm gonna go with no.
For me is that the guy with the orange shirt to the left of the net, his shirt's clipping the thing. A photograph like this has got to be like a chessboard.
Yeah,
where everything is there and there's no foreground. And sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, I told you why I like it, but I think you two could argue against why I like it more too.
No, I agree with everything you're saying. You're 101% of it. I just think it's missing one tiny aspect that jettisons it into unbelievable composition.
I don't know. I think it's beautiful composition. I could live again and again and again in there. They think they're beautiful. They're like a little bit of a dance there. Then there's all this color. To me, this is where the color, where we're having, people were just going in one direction and the other with some of the pictures. This is where that color works so beautifully. It's intense here and it's soft here. It doesn't look photoshopped. It's great.
I think every photograph, every image to some extent had its merit and had its weight and had its measure. It's just in the end, certain moments, certain images really touched us and touched me.
Now there's this picture of the owl. I mean, from the moment I got it in the first set of edit, it was really magical. It was a moment I don't get to see owls in that way. I looked and said, wow, you brought me in to see an animal in a way that I never have seen and I probably won't get to see. The top images were great.
The wildebeest picture, springs to mind as something that had enough subtlety in it that we might have missed it had we not had that other conversation about taking the whole image in and letting it kind of soak over you and then seeing what's really in the frame.
And then the picture on the train, everyone looks really peaceful, but at the same time, it just looks really surreal and something, otherworldly.
It was really the balance between the individual and the mass. And then do it, in a very poetic way with color and light. The overall tone of it was just very relaxing in what was a very chaotic scene. So there are a lot of things playing off of each other. I think the argument that somehow the proliferation of cameras attached to cell phones is somehow lowering the standards, I think is totally refuted. We are communicating visually much more so than we ever have before. And I think that's a good thing.